Joining us now is Curtis Ellis, former Trump campaign trade and jobs advisor. How do Hong Kong protests fit into the trade talks, if at all?
Well, they certainly complicate things for China. If China were to crack down on these protesters, the way they seem to be making noise that they're going to, calling them terrorists and accusing the United States of having the CIA involved in this, that would just be a replay of Tiananmen Square, and it would increase the pressure on President Trump to say no deal. So,
now, some people have been criticizing the president for not playing a more direct role in this in terms of backing the protesters and throwing his support with the protesters. Should he be doing that?
Well, we have the Secretary of State doing that. You don't always have the king make all the moves on the chessboard. So he's got the Secretary of State making clear indications that this is unacceptable for the Chinese to take a hard line and a crackdown and repeat Tiananmen Square.
Now, Curtis, last Monday was a debacle for the markets. It doesn't look like it's going to be that bad a day for the markets today. But the reason for last week's problems with the markets was the markets seemed to be pricing in the possibility of no trade deal with China before the elections. Up until last week, it seemed that maybe it'd be right before the elections, but there will be something. Last week, no deal. What's your opinion?
Look, everybody's got to get over this negativity. We hold the high cards in this poker game. We do not need a trade deal before the election. We do not need a trade deal at all. What we need is for China to stop stealing our intellectual property. Because what kind of economy will we have if we can't protect our innovation?
But you look at the way they've reneged on so many things that they promised so far. Just in dealing with President Trump, they said they were going to buy ag products. They haven't. They said that they were going to give us these guarantees. They actually said they were ready to sign, and then they backed out. So how can we trust anything they sign?
Exactly right. You're making my point, David. The idea that we have to have a deal now, we can't trust these people to enforce any deal we're going to make. We've got the best negotiator on the planet in Bob Lighthizer, and he's insisting on enforcement mechanisms that actually work.
And that's why they pulled out at the last moment.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And look, here's a little secret. There is a difference between the Wall Street economy and the real economy. Goldman Sachs, big bankers like that, they make money off huge trade deficits. They make money wherever a deal is made, whether it's in a totalitarian China or in democratic Ohio. So they're like, we need a deal, we need a deal. The real economy of America is actually benefiting from investment in America instead of China.
Well, that's a tough sell. We're going to have you back to talk about that one coming up. Thank you very much. Good to see you, Curtis.